What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about some of the 5 best wide receiver drills you can do that are going to help you be able to play at the next level. Let's get started. Also, fellas, if you are a wide receiver and would like to train with us this offseason, we are coming out to 8 more states across the U.S. for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. Next up on our camp tour, we are going to be coming out to Honolulu, Hawaii, then Boston, Massachusetts. Both of those camps are completely sold out. But then we will be coming out to Cleveland, Ohio, Austin, Texas, Newark, New Jersey, Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado, and Los Angeles, California. All of those camps I anticipate selling out within the next month or so. They're very high in demand, and we would love to have all the members from our YouTube community out to these camps. So if you guys would like some more information, what we'll be covering at those camps and how you can sign up, check out that very first link in the description below. Again, we would love to have our YouTube community out to our camps. Very first link in that description below. Let's get back to this video. All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about how you can train like a Division I wide receiver. So we're going to be showing you guys some drills that will help you really take those skills to that next level to help you stand out to a college coach and improve your overall game. So this first drill that we're going to be working on here is for press releases. So especially when you guys get to that next level, you might be a high school wide receiver, a youth wide receiver, and you may not see a whole lot of press coverage, right? But you still got to be able to know how to get off of press coverage because you will eventually face that. So this is a great drill for any press release that you like that can help you get better at it. So what we're going to be doing here is this is going to be a towel shoulder dip drill. So what you need is you need a series of 4 cones. You need a starting point, which is where you're going to line up. You need a cone where you're going to make your release at, and then you need 2 cones to give you a guideline on getting skinny or essentially restacking on a route. And you're going to need a towel or some object to pick up. So let's say, for example, the release I want to work is a wide step release. So a wide step release is where I step with my back foot, trying to step wide, move a DB off the platform, and I'm going to take an inside release. So one of the things that a lot of wide receivers struggle with, especially when facing a more physical type DB, is that they'll come off the ball, they'll do their release, but when they try to get up into the route, they'll run very tall. DB will recover and get hands and reroute them off the route. So what we have to do is work on something called a shoulder reduce or a shoulder dip. So that's what this drill is going to work on. So we're coming out here up against this orange cone. I'm going to do this wide step release. After I hit this wide step, my goal is to stack or get as close as I can to the DB. So if I get to that break point, I could lean into him. If I got to run outside, maybe I throw him by and slip underneath, whatever it is. But this towel helps me do that. So as soon as you make that move, you're going to dip and try the best we can to grab this towel without losing speed. I don't want you guys to stop and bend down. Let's try to keep that speed all the way through to the top of this break or for maybe 5 to 10 yards. But this is a great, easy drill that you can do to work on that shoulder dip, stacking on the route, and your press releases. Again, you could use this with any press release. I'm going to show you how this is going to look full speed. All right, guys, so this next drill I'm going to give you is probably one of the best route running drills that you can possibly do, and it does not require any equipment. You need maybe 1 cone or some kind of landmark where you have to drop your hips if you're by yourself. But if you're not by yourself, you have a partner working with you, you don't need any equipment for this. So I call this a run and drop drill. So essentially when you guys are running routes, it all comes down to 3 specific things. You need to make sure that we are selling the route, creating energy at the break point, and then using that energy to accelerate out of the break point. I call that the 3 phases of the route of route running. So you got selling, you got break point, you have acceleration. Those 3 things is what we need to worry about. So when I'm selling a route, and let's say I'm running a comeback, for example, right? Say I'm running a 15-yard comeback. I got to do 3 things to get that DB to open up and turn his hips. And it's not the 3 phases of the route, it's 3 other things. This helps me with the first phase. Phase 1, which is selling fade. So I have to make sure that I come off the ball with some speed. I got to make sure I'm running hard all the way to that break point to threaten the DB, to make him think I'm trying to run past him. Number 2, while I'm running with full speed, I got to make sure I'm running in full stride, because nothing's worse than a receiver who's running here and then he starts to shorten his stride to gear up for the break. We don't want to gear up for the break, and we don't want to give it away. I call that an indicator. And then last but not least, I need to have good pad levels. So I come off the ball, I don't want to get up to the break and raise, because when I raise up, it slows me down, obviously. Number 2, when I raise my chest, that raises my hips, and a DB is supposed to be watching my hips. So I need to make sure I have all of those things before the break point. So at the break point, when I have to drop or when I have to get into my route, it's got to happen aggressively. It's got to happen on a dime to be able to slow myself down. And that is what ultimately gets you separation. That's that energy creation that will get you out of the break. So this drill helps us work on eliminating indicators and trusting your hips. So what you're doing, let's say you have a partner with you, right? You're going to take off, you're going to run as hard as you can. So set, go, no specific spot where you are braking. Head down, full speed, good pad level, good stride, no indicators. Your partner is going to yell drop. When he yells drop, you're going to do exactly that. You're going to drop your hips and come to balance. So we're coming off here, full speed, he yells drop, we drop, and we come to a complete stop. Working on trusting my hips at the break point, not having to shorten my stride, raise up, slow down so I could get into the break point, okay? Now again, if you don't have a partner, you can set up a landmark where you're gonna brake. Just make sure that we're not looking down and slowing myself down to brake at the landmark. So I'm gonna show you, this is gonna look full speed. This is a great drill, one of the best route running drills that you can do. All right, guys, so one of the main things that they look for in wide receivers at the next level is their ability to make tough catches. So they're looking for guys who can go up and make those high point catches, catches in traffic, catches while they're getting hit, diving catches, and all of those catches, the one thing that remains consistent is that you need to have good hand-eye coordination, but you also need to have grip strength. So grip strength is one of those things that all wide receivers, if you want to play at the next level, should be working on. And this is an easy, simple drill that you can do. Don't need a quarterback to improve that grip strength, okay? I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't give you some catching drills that you can do, because hands is one of the most important things at the next level. So when you guys have this ball, all you're going to be doing is making tiny catches around the football. And I'm going to show you, this is going to look full speed at the end of this clip, but what we're doing is you're literally just going to work your hand around a ball and just catch the ball. Just a bunch of little catches all the way around the ball. Now, to get a feeling out of this, to feel a burn, I guess, if you will, to feel it in your grip, you're gonna probably have to do 100, 200 reps. That's totally fine. It doesn't take that much time. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That shouldn't take time. I know everybody can count to probably 200. So you're gonna do that, maybe 2 sets on each hand. That is a great grip kind of burner exercise that you can do before a field workout or just every night to improve those hands and work on that grip. So again, I'm gonna show you this is gonna look full speed. All right, guys, so this next drill we're going to be doing is a great drill to help you restack against man coverage. So we kind of talked about that in the very first example with that press release drill that we did where, you know, we gave a release, we dipped my shoulder to get the towel, but this is kind of a faster paced drill and a more, I guess you could say, creative drill to help you guys work on that restack ability. Because again, your ability to beat man coverage is one of the most important things that you have to do at the next level. So I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't give you guys enough drills to work on that. So all you're going to need, you need 2 hurdles. If you don't have hurdles, you could use cones, you could set up people, that would probably be the best thing that you could do. You could set up a blocking bag, any kind of objects, okay? So what you're gonna need to do, you're starting out probably maybe 3 to 4 yards away from this first hurdle. So it's gonna be working on a crossover move. You're gonna run up to this first hurdle and we're gonna go right, left, push off, make sure we are staying low, restack, get skinny, and address this next hurdle. Then at the next hurdle, we're gonna go left, right, restack, get skinny, and go the opposite way. Now you could do that and just accelerate through for maybe 5 yards. You could do it up into a cone and run maybe a route, do like an out route, something where you gotta drop your hips, what have you. But it's working on that quick crossover that you have to do up against a DB, approaching a DB, and then being able to stack around to get over the top or just get skinny on the route. So I'm gonna show you this drill is going to look full speed. This is a great daily drill that you can do to work on that restack ability. All right, guys, this is going to be a great, easy drill that you guys can do to work on your guys' smoothness, explosiveness, and honestly just your ability to cut on a dime as a wide receiver, which is super important when being able to play at the next level. This is going to help you guys work on your stride length and mainly your pad level leading into a cut. Because remember, we talked about that in the second drill that we went over on this video, is that like run and drop where you're dropping your hips. What were those 3 things that we needed to do to self-fade on a route, right? And it's not, we don't have to self-fade just on the routes where you drop your hips. It is on every single route. you need to make sure that we have a good pad level. I'm not running up and raising my chest, then breaking down. I need to make sure that right before the cut, I'm not running and chopping my feet, then making a cut. Because those are indicators that slows us down and that lets the DB know I'm about to make a break. So this drill helps us eliminate all of that, which is what it takes to beat a talented DB. And when you guys are playing at that Division I level, all of those DBs are extremely talented. So you need a series of 4 cones. We got 4 cones here. All you're doing is you're taking 3 steps from cone to cone making this cut. Left foot's gonna be up. You start out squared, set go, you're gonna give a little jab with your front foot. So you jab, you're pushing off of this, and it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Don't look down, don't worry about the cones. Keep your eyes up, commit your hips and shoulders, use the cones as like a guideline. It's like a wall that you have to run between. Because when you guys look down, that causes you to reach, causes you to take choppy steps. We don't want that. Eyes up, bam, you cut off the 3rd step. Then it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, coming out. Have somebody give you a ball, whatever it might be. But it's only 3 steps from cone to cone. 3 full steps from cone to cone, not choppy steps, anticipating the break, and we're not raising my pad level up before the cut, and we're not reaching for the cut. And this is a great drill to help you guys improve all of that. Now I'm gonna show you how this is gonna look semi-half speed, I would say. I'm in tennis shoes, so cut me some slack. But I'm gonna show you guys how this is gonna look. This is a great daily drill you can do to improve your route running ability. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. It's always great to hear from you guys. We always appreciate all the feedback, all the video suggestions. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, so we definitely appreciate it. And again, if you would like to train with us, fellas, in 8 more states across the US this year, check out that very first link in the description below. You get all the information on where we're traveling, what we'll be covering, and how you can sign up. So again, very first link below. I'll see you guys next time.